Alright, hey guys, welcome back to our Marvel Legendary playthrough. Today we're going to be doing our playthrough for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And then once the playthrough is over, I'll kind of give my thoughts on the movie. I'll tell you guys what I thought about it. So this is full spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. Oh, my microphone's across the way. Sorry about that. Whoops. Hopefully... Yeah, I think it's been in the other videos. Okay. Anyway, sorry. So, if you didn't hear that, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'll talk about it afterwards. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, spoiler warning, obviously. If you haven't seen the movie yet, or you don't care about spoilers, then it's fine. Okay, so, we're going to be doing Red Skull to be the High Evolutionary. The reason I went with Red Skull is because he's 7 attack, mass strikes, each player KOs a hero from their hand. I went with Red Skull because Red Skull and the High Evolutionary are both like, I mean, Red Skull being, trying to seek this becoming a super soldier thing and the power from the Infinity Stone, from the Space Stone, and kind of with Nazis, and they're like the whole thing with eugenics. So that's kind of where it's like the ideology is sort of similar in that High Evolutionary is trying to create the perfect docile specimen or human or civilization or people or whatever. So it's kind of that. And then this is pretty straightforward. We're going to do splice humans with spider DNA. It's not quite exact, but it'll give us, for the most part. Plus, we have to use Sinister Six, and they're a bunch of, like, animal crossed, you know, like people crossed animal thing, which is kind of like the High Evolutionary was trying to do. So we have 8 twists, include Sinister Six as a villain group, which we've done. And then special rules, they all get +3 attack. And then all hero cards have wall crawl, so that means when we recruit them to go to the top of our deck. Twist, each player puts a Sinister Six villain from their victory pile on top of the villain deck. No matter how many players did so, play a single card from the villain deck. And then evil wins when there are 6 Sinister Six villains have escaped or the villain deck runs out. The henchman group we're using is the Brood. And then the heroes are going to be Nebula, Rocket, and Star-Lord. And these are the ones from the Guardian set, like the original Guardian set, not the MCU set. You could probably use any mix or match. I think the most important characters, though, I picked were Star-Lord, Nebula, and Rocket, because the story was very Rocket-focused. Rocket, as James Gunn has stated, Rocket's the main protagonist of the series. It's all about Rocket in this movie, and Peter Quill being the leader of the Guardians, as well as Rocket's best friend. And then you've got Nebula, who basically, her and Rocket were together for those 5 years when everybody was gone. So the three of them, I think it's those two characters the most. I know Groot's important to Rocket, but at this point in the narrative, I believe those two are the most important characters for him in this particular situation. So that's why we are going with the two of them. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Oh, let's do this. All right. So we're going to play a card from the villain deck. It's going to be Shocker Ambush. Each player reveals a yellow hero, discards a card. We're going to discard a card. But he is going to be 8. So he's going to be kind of strong. All right. We have 4 here. The only thing we can really get is Gritty Scavenger. 2 recruit. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. So that's going to go on top of the deck because of Wall Crawl. All right. There's that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play another card from the villain deck. It's going to be a Mass Strike. KO. Each player KOs a hero from their hand. Well, bye. Oh, actually, hold on. We'll get rid of this one. Okay. We've got Kraven the Hunter. Kraven's attack is equal to the attack of the highest cost hero in the HQ, which is going to be 8 plus 3, so he's 11 actually. Ugh. He's 11. All right. So I've got this here. We're going to spend our 5 to get Galactic Rogue, Nebula. 3 attack, a villain gains a shard. And then if you play a red and black hero... Do I want that, though? I might not want this yet, because they're already strong as it is. Let me do this. I'm going to recruit another Gritty Scavenger. It's going to go on top here. Then I'm going to play this. I'm going to discard this to draw a card. Now I got this, so we have 4. So then let's use it to grab Illusion Device. 2 attack. You play a black hero, choose another hero, unless... So that's going to be irrelevant to us. It'll just be a 2 attack card. Okay. There's our last card there. All right. We have another shocker here. We're going to probably discard for him as well. Yeah, we're going to discard that. He's 8. This is not turning out very well for us. Okay. So we're going to play this. I'm going to discard a card to draw. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to discard a card to draw. So it puts us at 6 and 1. Let's get Implanted Memory Chip. It's an artifact. And then once per turn we get to draw a card. I think because that way... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have any attack cards. We have a Brood here. Okay, this should set us up okay. Okay. 2 attack, 4 recruit. We'll get Element Guns. Again, another artifact. Once per turn, gain a shard. And then we're going to take out the Brood here. This will KO one of our heroes, and then we'll KO a bystander from the bystander stack. And then when we do that, they will get +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile. Oops. Oh, I would have gotten... Okay, I messed up the wall crawl. I would have gotten both those... I would have gotten that other card already, so that's fine. Well, I can at least get that one card. I would have for sure gotten this one, so I know I'm getting that card next. I forgot about the wall crawl. Alright. We have a Scheme Twist. There is no one to put back, so we're going to play another card from the villain deck, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and put that on the bottom. So bystander? Okay. I gotta get rid of one of these guys here. Okay, so we're gonna play this. I'm gonna stuff it there, and then we're gonna get our shard. So once per turn, we're gonna get a shard. We've got a shard there. 3 attacks. Not gonna really. We'll play this. I'll discard this to draw a card. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got 2 attack. Let's use it to get Galactic Rogue. So we're going to get this one. A villain gains a shard, and then if you play a yellow and a black hero, take a shard from a villain. This gets wall crawl. Don't forget. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hobgoblin, ambush. Each Sinister 6 villain captures a bystander. We'll just start from here. Okay, this will go. He's 8. He is also 8. Alright, we're going to gain another shard for that ability. So right now we have 6. We can make 6 attack. It's not going to really do us a whole lot. So I wonder, can I get somebody else on top? I don't think I can. So we're going to run the risk. We're going to play this. I want to discard this to draw a card. Okay, so we've got this one. Once per turn, we'll get to draw a card. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh, we're going to get Legendary Outlaw. 2 recruit. Choose an artifact any player controls with a once per turn ability. You play a copy of one of those abilities. Oh, wall crawl. And then I'll get my 2 for my person there. Wall crawl just says recruit. So the bystanders count. Because it's specifically recruiting. Or a sidekick, I mean. Yeah, it's recruiting. And then wall crawl, I never remember. Yeah, when you recruit this hero. But I think it maybe says... all hero cards have wall crawl. So that's a hero card, so it counts. And I'm not going to play this because I don't want to give anybody a shard. So we're going to discard that. And we'll do our next turn. Okay. This turn we should be able to do something. We should be able to do something. Scheme Twist. There's no one to come out. And then we're going to put something on the bottom. So let's put this one on the bottom. Play another card from the villain deck. It's going to be a Brood. Now this Brood is going to be 2 attack. Not 6 attack. Okay. Alright. So we're going to get a shard. Get this ability. We're going to draw a card with that one. We're going to play this, and we're going to copy our 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to copy our shard ability. Then I'm going to play this. I'm going to discard this to draw a card. So there's 5 recruit there. I just have too many things that are not things I want. So let's use it to get incoming detector. This is an artifact. Whenever a mass strike or villain ambush ability is completed, you may gain a shard. So it's going to go here. And then, oh, that's what I need. We're going to play this for the 3. This is going to go to the bottom of the stack. So that's 3 attack. 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to spend all these for 11 and take out Craven. And Craven's dead, and then we're going to get the KO a wound, which we don't have a wound. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep the shard. I'm going to use Boom Boom's Meltdown effect to KO this and gain a wound. So then that way it's 4 attack instead of 3 attack, and then I'll use this to KO that wound. So this is the wound I would have gotten, and then I would have KO'd it. That way I can keep one of my shards. Okay. That was a lot happening there. Scheme Twist. So this is going to go back on top of the deck. We're going to put something on the bottom. And then this is going to move over. And he's going to come back out. He will be back to 11. And we're back to square one with that. Alright, so we're going to gain our shard for this ability. We're going to draw a card for this ability. We're going to play this and discard this to draw a card. We're going to play this. Another artifact there. We're going to play this and give somebody a shard, but then take it from that villain because we played these 2, so I have just another shard there. Doesn't matter who I give it to. So we have 4 attack plus that if we want to spend it for 7, so there's not really anything we can kill. So let's take out this Brood here. We'll KO one of our heroes, and we'll KO a bystander. And then with the recruit, I do have 5 recruit. So we're going to get trigger happy with 4 of it. 2 attack. If I play a Guardian's hero, you make you gain a shard for each other Guardian's hero you played this turn. All right. And I do believe reveal effects count when you have a artifact. I think that is mentioned during the Doctor Strange set. Artifacts. If a card effect during any player's turn asks you to reveal a hero, you may reveal an artifact you control. And then it says card effects that say your heroes or heroes you have include heroes artifacts as well. However, you only played count for the turn that you played them. So basically what I'm trying to do is if I can get rid of one of these shockers, and then when this effect comes out, I will gain a shard and I won't discard because I have a yellow card that I get to reveal. So that'll kind of self-perpetuate that because this is yellow. So Master Strike, we're going to have to KO one of our heroes, so that's gone. We're going to gain a shard from this ability. We'll play another card from the villain deck. So Master Strike, we're going to KO one of our heroes, gain a shard. And then we have Vulture, which is going to get us another shard because it's an ambush effect. After Vulture enters the city, if there's a villain in the rooftops or bridge, swap him. So we're going to swap him with the bridge. And I'm doing that because he doesn't have a bystander on him. So if he gets out, we're not discarding. So there's that. Okay. So we're going to do our once ability turn and get a shard. We'll draw a card with the other ability. Okie dokie. We got a lot going on here. So let's kind of clear up the city a bit, and then we'll go in on Red Skull. There's 2 recruit there. We're going to play this. We're going to give somebody a shard. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I'll give him that one. And then we've got this. We're going to gain a shard for playing her. We've got this. So there's 6 attack there. I'm going to spend 2 to make it 8 and take out this shocker. We're going to get 2 bystanders. This one's going to be comic book shopkeep, so we can look at the top 3 cards here. And we can gain one of these. I guess we'll gain this one because this is the only one we can gain. We'll put these back this way. And then I'm going to get a bystander. Not a bystander, a sidekick. Okay. Master Strike, or sorry, Scheme Twist, this will come back here. We're going to put something on the bottom. And again, this is why this was going to work out. He'll come out for 8, and we'll gain a shard for that, but we won't discard. All right, so our turn, we're going to gain a shard, and we're going to draw a card. Ooh, I got a lot of stuff here. I got a lot of recruit here. We're going to play this, and we're going to gain the shard ability. Then I'm going to play this, and I'm going to discard this to draw a card. Let's see, that's going to give me 4 attacks. We're going to set that aside. We're going to play this for the recruit. I guess we can play this too. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 9. We're going to get Vengeance's Rocket. 5 attack. If you play a black hero, you get +1 for each Master Strike in the KO pile and or stack next to the Mastermind, which right now is going to be 8. Sorry about that. And we get them on top. I've got 2 left for that, so we're going to get that. And then the attack, I've got 4 attack, and we're going to spend 4 shards to take out this shocker. And there's that. And we're going to end the turn. Okay. Oh, I wanted the other... I put them back in the wrong order. I wanted the other card to come out. All right. Master Strike. We're going to KO card from our hand. We're going to get a shard. Sandman. Sandman is twice the number of villains in the city. So he's going to be twice the number of villains, which is going to make him 10 plus 3, which is going to be 13. Oh, I gotta kill some of these guys. Oh yeah, when 6 have escaped, so we're good for a little bit. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and play this. We're gonna play this. I'm gonna put this on the bottom so I don't forget. So that's 5 total recruit. Oh, I'm gonna get my shard and draw a card. Don't want to forget that. There's more recruit there. We've got that for 2 attack. This will go on the bottom. We've got this, and then we've got this. This is going to give us +4. Let's put us at 6. So we've got 7 recruit, and we've got 6 attack. So we're going to use our recruit to get this for 4. This will go on top. And then for the attack, I've got 11, 12, 13 attack. Ooh. So I'm going to spend 8 of it on this, leaving me 5. Oh, this is my picture probably not there. That gives me 5 left, and I'm going to spend 2 more, 2 shards, and the rest of it on Red Skull. You get +3 attack. Okay. Puts us at 3. I'm going to spend 4 shards, and the 3 attack on another Red Skull tactic. Draw 2 cards, then draw another card for each Hydra villain in your victory pile. So I get to draw 2 cards, and then Hydra is not what we're using. We're using Sinister Six, so I get 2 more cards for that. Man, he's easy. Okay, so this made some things interesting. We're going to play this, and we're going to... This has all been... I've got 2 recruit left, but the rest of this has been used. This is going to give me 2 more recruit. I'm going to copy the shard ability and get another shard. I'm going to play this, which is going to give me a shard for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get 5 shards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shards there. And I've got 2 attack here, so we're going to spend our 4 attack and 3 of our shards to take out another Red Skull. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. KO 1, discard 1, and put the other one back. Top 3 cards. KO 1, discard 1, and put the other one back. And then we have 4 recruit. I'll use it to get another element guns. And then we're going to end the turn. Alright. I'm liking the way this is turning out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a vulture here. He's going to have an ambush effect, so we're going to get a shard. He'll swap out with... I'm going to swap him with the one at the end. Just because that'll make things easier. I don't have to move anything. Alright. So we're going to play this. And we're going to get 2 shards now. So 2 shards for that. We're going to do this and draw a card. We are going to play this and discard this to draw a card. We're going to play this and give a villain a shard. And then we've got this, which we're going to gain 2 shards for. 3 shards, because I did play this one this turn. 3 shards, and then there's the recruit. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He's 7. I'm going to spend 2 in my attack on him. And then I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take out the last Red Skull tactic. You get +4 recruit. Okay. Let's count the points. I'll be right back. Okay, so we had 36 victory points here, minus 12. It's going to be 24. Considering we've on a losing streak, I'm completely pleased with that. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm going to start off by saying, this is the part where I talk about the film. So, I'm going to start off by saying that I was never really, I was always like, Guardians is fine, right? It's not been my favorite series of the MCU because I just don't know them, and it's fine. They're good films, but I was pretty like they're not going to break my top 10, right? This one might do that. This is easily one of my favorite movies post Endgame. I think being able to tell a story to its completion did a lot of favors for it. I think every character got a really great arc, especially Rocket, obviously, knowing his whole backstory and how the High Evolutionary created the Sovereign, so it kind of tied up that loose end there. And really taking the focal point away from Star-Lord. I mean, he's been the thing, it's all about him making that family in the first movie and then his dad in the second one, and understanding that the people he chose to make his family are his real family and not his psychotic father, who's Celestial. So this movie really kind of focusing on Rocket's origin and doing the flashbacks with High Evolutionary and understanding that no matter how much you try to make something perfect, it's never going to beat the real thing, which is kind of cool. Obviously, a lot of the imagery with the animals pulled at the heartstrings a lot, so that was it. I did think someone was going to die, and I was kind of thinking, oh, that would be, kind of good for a finale kind of thing, but it didn't. I will say that, so right off the bat, Adam Warlock was probably the weakest point of the film. While I liked his character and he was fun comic relief, he didn't really have a whole lot to do. So I'll be interested to see how they play with him in the future, because he's, supposed to be very strong. So now he's part of the new Guardians lineup. I think, though, so the hallway scene was great. What I enjoyed most about the hallway scene is that scene, and then the scene when they take out the High Evolutionary, is that they didn't have to, the best part of it is, they knew exactly how to go off of each other. Everything was so, all of the fight sequence was so organic, and it was very much these people clearly have a bond, and they spend so much time together that they just know how to incorporate into fighting and being a team. It was done very, very well. That's what made that scene for me, was that it was just, everything was so coordinated perfectly. Obviously the shooting of that scene was really cool because it was a one shot, but that scene was great. Another highlight for me was when Rocket, after they do the surgery and kind of fix him, and they're on the comms, and Nebula, Mantis, and Drax are on the ship with the High Evolutionary, and they all they all like hear Rocket's voice, like, oh, I'm glad you're happy. And then you get this emotion from Nebula. And what's great about that is because, like I mentioned earlier, for 5 years, it was just the two of them. And so they probably have an incredible bond that we didn't see on screen. But just even the way that Karen Gillan acted that scene, the most emotion you get out of somebody, out of Nebula, you get from that moment. And I thought that was really done well because it just reminds you, oh yeah, there is this other story that we'll never know, which is fine. I don't need to know. But like, there's clearly weight to that. Like how Peter Quill the whole time is like, he's my best friend. And it's like, well, Nebula and Rocket might be best friends because they spent all this time together. So I really enjoyed that. I think the other thing that I really super duper enjoyed, and it's mainly because I really like Dave Bautista, and like I know he was saying bye to this character, is, you know, obviously when they're in together, when Nebula, Mantis, and Drax are together, and they yell at each other when all those kids are there, but then at the very, very end, when they're all going their separate ways, and Nebula says to him, you weren't born to be a destroyer, you were born to be a dad. I was like, oh my goodness. Because that's, if you remember, that's Drax's whole deal. His whole deal was, I'm getting revenge on my daughter and my wife. But really, like, his character, like, he's Drax the Destroyer, but he has a big heart, and it's like just this whole thing of, you're meant to be a father, and we've got all these kids, and we need you here to take care of them. So I just thought that was done really well. It's subtle, but it was done really well. And I also will say that I super duper appreciate that Gamora and Peter did not get back together. They left that relationship the way it was because his Gamora is gone. And I think it would have cheapened Thanos' sacrifice of her, because not only does he sacrifice her for the Soul Stone, she's just gone. Like, that changes Star-Lord's character in a way that I think would have just lessened that. And we have a lot of that happening in comic book stuff. So I appreciate that they stayed. This is a different Gamora. She's a Ravager. And then just him going back to Missouri and just saying, okay, I'm done with this for now. I'm going to spend time with the family. Now that I've spent time with this family I have family that's alive still on Earth. I'm going to go spend time with them. So I do think that was good. Mantis going off her own, I think, was great because, to her point of her character, she's always been with people, and she's never got to figure out who she is on herself. The very end tag, so we'll jump to the post credit scene, the second one, where it says the legendary Star-Lord will return. I wouldn't be upset if by Star-Lord they use Mantis instead of Peter Quill. And I think in the comics too, in one of the stories, I think Kitty Pryde is Star-Lord at some point or something. I don't know. I think there's a thing with that. But if we want to go with like lineage, obviously Mantis being Peter's sister, and they're both of Ego, they come from the stars. Like, I think if you could use that moniker on her, have an adventure with her, make it a Disney Plus series, make it its own thing. Maybe she runs back into Adam Warlock and all them and does her own thing. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think that was really good. But the first post-credit scene, so you've got, so at this point you've got Mantis on her own with the Abelisks. You've got Star-Lord back on Earth. You've got Nebula and Drax taking care of Nowhere. And then you've got Groot, who is now this big giant. Groot was really cool in this movie. So you've got Groot. Cosmo. Cosmo was incredible, and I want a Cosmo card. So Upper Deck, do something and make Cosmo a card. Cosmo is great. She looks like my dog a little bit too, which is why I like her. So you've got the new Guardians lineup, which is going to be the leader Rocket. You've got Groot. You've got Kraglin. You've got Adam. You've got Cosmo. And you've got, if you didn't catch it, Phyla Vell. So that's going to be cool. I'm hoping they do stuff with that character, her being Phyla. Yes. So if another director, James Gunn said he wants to make, please continue the series off. He left those Guardians the way they were. Would be cool to see them. We may see them in Secret War or whatever. But yes, I did enjoy the film overall quite a bit. I went in with like, it's going to be, I know it'll be fine, it'll be good, but I went in kind of with that expectation of not like walking away with like, okay, this is like one of my favorite MCU movies in the past 5 years. So I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about it. The next MCU thing we've got going on is Secret Invasion. It'll starts in 3 weeks. from when this is posted, the 21st, so like the first day of summer. We'll have 6 weeks of that. And then the same deal, about a month after it ends, we will do the playthrough of it. I'm looking forward to Secret Invasion. That looks like a whole tonal shift of everything, so I'm super duper excited. And plus, it should lead into Marvels because of the scroll stuff. So very excited for that. I think it'll be a nice change of pace from this movie. The thing, this two movies, like obviously the Guardians are meant to be funny, and I've complained about a lot of things being comedies. I know with Ant-Man, his character ends up being very funny, but that movie was more serious. This was more serious too, so I did enjoy that. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.